Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cat Sports, and we are going to talk about Jamison Williams today and why he gets so much hate. Uh, to be fair, I kind of understand a little bit of some of it. Right? He only has played. He's played 6 games, but only has had one catch, and that one catch was for a TD. That one against Minnesota for 41 yards, and he actually has one rushing carry for 40 yards. So he's really had two big plays, and that's about it but with his career with the Lions. So I get the little bit of the hate because he has done nothing but kind of cause a little bit of some issues off the field. Nothing major,
Right.
besides the gambling suspension that shouldn't be the length that it is.
I think it's selfish almost. It's a selfishness in the fans' part and our part because we just want to see him. We don't care. We look at him as like somebody who's supposed to do our bidding or serve us or something in some way or something. And I don't understand when we, like I said, this whole, I think most of us under thought that this whole gambling thing was BS anyways.
Yes.
Um, it's just ridiculous that he's getting suspended for 6 games, and he's done nothing that egregious to make people give up on him already. I mean, oh my God, he did drop a touchdown pass in a preseason game or
He had a
something
pretty
from
good
Nate
pass on
Sudfeld, and
the
then he
2 point
made a great
conversion.
catch on the two. Things take time, and until he does something that's truly egregious, I just not going to worry too much.
Yeah.
The guy obviously has talent. We saw him at the practice. He was one of the better players out there.
It's by
He
getting in a
seems
fight,
very
but
engaged. He seems very into wanting to be out there and playing. He's not lazy. Um, he may be a bit immature, but who isn't at that age? He's 21, 22 years old or whatever he is. I think it's just a little premature to, basically say that he's done or to even give it any concern at all yet. I mean, we know the situation. He's going to be out for 6 games.
yeah.
Then we can make a judgment call. At the end of the season. I think most of us. I know. I realize the hype train's out of control, and lots of people are even thinking Super Bowl this year. But I still think that's a little premature. I mean, anything can happen. The
Yeah.
NFC is not that strong, and if we get a few breaks here and there, who knows? We have a good team, but we could just as soon be struggling. And can you imagine if we miss the playoffs? What this town's going to do? They're going to go crazy.
Yeah. Like I
Um,
said, it's possible you go 9-8 again.
yeah, it's possible they go under five. Anything's possible. These are the Detroit Lions, and I know it pisses people off to say it, especially in your generation. But until I see that double-digit win, until I see 10-7, 11-6, which I think should be what they get, 11-6 should be almost the minimum of what this team should shoot for, as long as injuries don't play a part. Um, until I see that, I'm just not going to get too bent out of shape about this. I want to see what Jamison Williams can do.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to, you know, get down on him for what he's done so far all that much. It's just a sign of a little immaturity, and give the guy a break.
Yeah, you're gonna end up pushing him out more than him staying, and
Right.
him being a good player potentially, and you still push him out because you are constantly getting on him. And yes, you should expect him to be a decent talent.
You
You
got to
should
realize
expect
too,
him.
what he had 1 year of college, really 1 year of college ball. He transferred up from Ohio State to Alabama, so he's had 1 year of college ball. This is a raw guy, and from what I've seen of him so far, the guy has incredible ability. Um,
And he hasn't really gotten the chance to
he's a game changer if
really.
we could do it the right way, but he's also pretty fragile, up here. And you don't want to freaking. He's just a kid. You don't want to freaking drive him away from us before he even has a chance to show us what he can do.
Yeah, like he hasn't really had that much time to play because right he had his ACL injury last year. So
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't really trying to target him too much last year unless they knew he wasn't going to take a big hit off of a throw because you don't want to all of a sudden re-injure yourself off the ACL injury with 6 games left in the season. They knew there probably wasn't a high chance they made the playoffs at that point, and magically in the last game of the year, you had your opportunity to make the playoffs, and they were probably just doing their best last year to avoid him getting hurt. And now again this year, he's going to be out 6 games. He should be 100% healthy. They should be making sure he's okay going into the year because even if he gets hurt a little bit in the preseason, he's going to have 6 weeks to recover, and that he should be 100% healthy and he should be able to play amazing when he comes back. Now, if he comes back and he's dropping every pass that's thrown to him, he's not doing the routes well, and all that kind of stuff, then there's reason to doubt him.
Right.
But we have no reason to doubt his ability yet. When it's preseason, you expect him to be catching passes from Nate Sudfeld the whole entire year? No, you're going to have a better QB throwing to him instead of Nate Sudfeld or Adrian Martinez.
Exactly. He's going to have a better team around him. It's going to be fun. So let's enjoy this. Let's hope that, by game 7, when he comes in there, hopefully he's fully healthy, nothing wrong, and we can see what this guy can do.
You might have a 100-yard game, 200-yard. They might just blanket.
I made a little wager on the side that even though he has a limited season, I think, this guy told me he wouldn't get 7 touchdowns. I said I think he'll get 7 touchdowns.
That might be a little bit of a bet only because of, we got St. Brown who was getting a touchdown almost every game for a little bit.
St. Brown isn't very much of a touchdown guy. I mean, I don't know if he's
a touchdown for 8 straight games or 9 straight games.
Well, that's only because we had no one else to throw to. But that's not really, I'm not going to say that, but I think he has a capability. He should maybe get 7 TDs.
He might. It'll all come down to how they play him when he comes back and how well he plays. Because as long as he keeps working the way he's working, he should be fine. He looked good in practice. He's looking okay in preseason. I mean, again, you're catching passes from Nate Sudfeld, who did not look great at all in that first game of the year.
Right. So he should have caught the one pass from Sudfeld. He should have caught that.
But he made it up with the one better catch to show he has hands.
Yeah, I mean, he does. I mean, I don't know if he made it up. Touchdown for a safety, but it's preseason. It's just practice. This is where you get the rust off and the kinks off. And I hope they play him every game and give him a chance. That's all I want to see. I want until this guy does something that really deserves to be beaten up about. Leave the guy alone. Let's see what happens to him.
Yeah. But, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. Share the video. And until next time, hope to see everybody soon.